So day 3 now, and yeah, let's just talk about yesterday, day 2 first, and then I'll talk about the plan for day 3 today. Yesterday was just brutal. Like, I was at the end of that walk. It definitely wasn't 36 kilometres. It was more like 40, I think 41 maybe, because my watch cut out, lost power at 38, and I still walked for another couple of hours. So yeah, let's call it 40 plus kilometres yesterday, and it was 11 hours of walking. It was a long day on the feet. And on top of the long day and the long miles, it was definitely the hilliest bit. I mean, not like big hills, but like just constantly up and down and steep as well. So like straight up, over the hump, straight down again. It was absolutely brutal, and it was definitely a very tough day. But I think it might be the best day, just because there was so much more of Hadrian's Wall in it. Like, you were basically walking along it all the way, so you saw so much more of the wall. So yeah, it was exactly the type of walking that you want to do and why you do a trail like this. So it was good, but it was so tough, and I probably should have split it into 2 days really. But so yeah, when I got to camp, it was the sun had set when I got to camp, so I just got to pitch the tent up. I had some food, and I pretty much fell asleep straight away. So I must have been very tired. So the plan for today, which is day 4 of walking now, is to walk to Newcastle, and it is going to be a long day, and we're talking at least 40 kilometres again. Thankfully, it's not as undulating as the section I just did. So there's a bit of a hill which I've just got to about now, and after that we're going downhill and then basically flat through the approach to Newcastle. So I'm hoping that although the distance is the same, if not a bit longer, it should be easier walking, and so I should do it in a quicker time, hopefully. I got a nice early start as well today. I was walking by 7 o'clock, which was good. We're on nearly 8 kilometres of walking so far today, and we've done I think it was an hour 50 of walking. So again, good progress for the morning, but legs are always feeling a bit fresher in the morning. But yeah, let's get going again. Just gone past 5.5 hours walking, and we're at 23 kilometres now. And I must admit, I thought that I'd be a little bit further ahead than I was on the map now. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Basically, I just wanted to say that that last 10k has just been so boggy, like up to your knees almost, and there's like only this narrow path that you're walking through, so it's so wet and boggy. it just really slows you down as well, like having to like counteract slips and that sort of thing all the time and look for the best route and be a bit more careful with your foot placement. It just slows you down. Not as bad as the hills yesterday, but yeah, it does slow you down and take a bit more energy. The next place I'm looking to on the map is a place called Hadrian on Wall, and yeah, I think when I get there I'll have a little bit of a boost to my spirits, hopefully, as long as the path gets a bit better as well. So we're just leaving Hadrian now, and that was nice. It feels like a big point in the walk today. It means that now we're going down to the river and basically walking along the river all the way into Newcastle. So we've just ticked over 32 kilometres, been walking for 7.5 hours, and the time is coming up to 2:30. We've done a massive effort today already. There was a part of me that was like, I could get a bus into Newcastle now, stay the night, come back out and finish the route. But I just feel like there's daylight left. The hotel's there waiting for me until I check in tonight, whether that's 9 or 10 o'clock or whatever it is. So I'm going to push on more, and I think as well we should go a little bit quicker now as well, because down by the river it's just going to be flat, so it should be quite a quick walk for the distance, but we'll see if I think that by the end of it. I can see Newcastle, and that's just made me so happy. The GoPro probably won't pick it up, but just in the distance over there I can make out some like a few tall towers. So that's the edge of Newcastle. So yeah, that's brilliant, and I can see the river as well going down to it. Yeah, nearly there, nearly there. I think there might be a chance of me finishing all of Hadrian's Wall today, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do. I thought I was going to have to do a small section tomorrow still, and if we do that, then that means I've completed it. If I finish the wall today, that means I've completed it in 3.5 days, as opposed to the 4 days that I planned. So I'm a little bit pumped going towards the end. My feet are really aching actually now. It's been a really long day, a third really long day on my feet. And this I mean, this part of the walk is very monotonous. It's just this cycleway basically that goes all the way. You've got trees all up the side on both sides, so you can't see anything. But it has been quick. It has been probably the quickest part of the walk, just because it's just a straight line, it's flat, and it's really smooth. So I'm gonna get my head down, get some more distance in, and we'll see. Let's see how far we can get today. I forgot to say how far we are. So we've done 43 kilometers now, and we've been walking for 9 hours 40 minutes, I think it said, and the time is 4:30. So, you know, a couple of hours of daylight left still, but at least the city centre should have, you know, plenty of lights up, and that's loads of street lights. I know it's dark, but hopefully you can see that sign. I've been waiting to see it for a long time. That is the end of the Hadrian's Wall, and I really can't believe that I've finished it. I'm really happy to have finished it. 135 kilometers, 84 miles, over 4 days. It's, what's it been? It's been epic, but it's been brutal. And yeah, I think that's the best way to sum it up. So I think I just wanted to do like a bit of a debrief of the day, and a debrief of the whole trip as well. Day 4 was a long day. We did, I think it was about 55 kilometers, and I finished at 7 o'clock. So it was a 12 hours of walking today. So similar to yesterday, a lot longer than yesterday, but easier walking. The last half of it was just cycle paths basically, and so you're able to just plow through and keep going. So that bit was quite easy, but wasn't as interesting as the rest of the walk. The first half of the walk was so muddy and it was so boggy, and I think it's because so many people use the path, and a lot of the time it's basically single file. Like, there's some really narrow bits of it, so obviously it just gets absolutely trashed. But yeah, it was really boggy, really muddy, which made it really slippery, which made it a bit hard going. But it actually made the tarmac later, I was very thankful for it basically, because I wasn't having to use my poles to keep me up, and I was able just to walk a lot freer and a lot quicker. So actually it was quite a good way around to have it. But yeah, long day, and I didn't think I'd be sitting here saying that I did 55 kilometers. Well, I didn't think I'd be sitting here saying I've done Hadrian's Wall, but 55 kilometers in one day is a big walk. So yeah, that's a new record for me, I think. that sort of leads us on to a debrief of the whole of Hadrian's Wall. And it is a really good walk, actually. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I think there's some parts where it was very tough. There's some parts where it's a bit monotonous, but overall, it's a very good walk to do. Um, I think doing it in 4 days is a bit of a push, and I think I probably could have planned it a little bit better to even the days out a little bit. Because I've basically done a half day. I've basically done a day and a half today and a half day on the first day. So I should have split them basically. I'm really glad I've done it. And it's sort of like another coast to coast, which I'm quite happy about. I like that sort of flow of going from one side to the other. So that was really nice. But yeah, I think to be fair, even 4 days, doing it in 4 days is quite a push. And I think most people would be better doing it in 5 or even 6 if you really wanted to enjoy it. So 4 days if you want to push yourself, but to enjoy it, 5 or 6. I don't actually have too many aches or pains or problems now. I feel very tired, and my feet are where most of the aching is, and I think they're going to be a little bit stiff now I've sat down for a little bit. But overall, I feel fairly good actually, which surprises me. I thought I was going to be in a bit more pain, but I'd more just call it like a tired discomfort, really, rather than anything else. Yeah, I think in summary, I think I said it at the end of the walk actually as well. It's tough. It's a tough walk, but there is some nice bits about it. And I think just completing it is actually just a nice thing to have on your mantelpiece. It's definitely an achievement, and yeah, we'll leave it like that. It's an achievement. That's the best way to put it.